Dana says.
Tana says.
Yep, you know it. Dana says.
Tana says.
Yep, you know it. Dana says.
Tana says.
Yep, you know it. Yep, you know it. Yep, you know it. Welcome to the new installments of Dana Says.
Tana says. We're back.
Yes, and we are in the beautiful country of Rwanda.
Yes.
Not Rwanda, everybody. It's Rwanda.
Yeah, the W is silent.
Yeah, Kigali.
We're back in Africa.
Yeah, Kigali.
But this
Rwanda.
time, it's not a vacation. We actually live here now. We have fully transitioned, sold the home in Pasadena, and are now living in Kigali, Rwanda.
Yeah, I've been here a week. Tana's been here 2 weeks.
Yep.
I know a lot of people are going to ask us, why did we move here? What prompted this? Tana, what prompted this?
Yeah, definitely ready for a change.
Yeah.
Needed something different. Needed to reconnect with myself.
See, all about herself. You see that?
I needed to. I had to.
Well, we have visited Africa 3 times prior.
Yep, 3 times.
We've been to 12 countries. Kigali is Rwanda is one of the places that we stopped off at, and we went to.
It was one of the places that we both said we could see ourselves living here one day.
Yeah, we came on a gorilla trek, and y'all can see that on A Way to Africa, our mini-series, limited series that we created. So y'all can check out that whole adventure. But now we're on a new adventure.
Yes.
We're going to be here for a while.
Our transition to living in Africa, living in Rwanda, and seeing what it's like to be amongst our people.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how first, some of you probably saw on Tana's IG before we moved that she said we were moving. We didn't say where we were moving.
Right.
So we don't have a lot of footage of us packing up because, I mean,
it happened
cool.
fast.
Yeah, it's cool to see us packing up, but it's better to see that we're here and what we've been doing. She's been here for 2 weeks. I've been here for 1. But Tana, tell them about your first week here in Kigali.
Well, my very first day was my birthday.
Oh yeah, she left me.
Landed on my birthday. February 18th at 6:55 a.m. And that was my new official start to my new year. So every year I consider my birthday to be my new year, not January 1st. And I always try to do something to push myself out of my comfort zone. And this definitely did that.
Yeah.
Sold the house in 21 days. We packed up. You had 7 bags checked and 2 personal, and I had 7 bags and 2 personal, and everything else is in storage. Whatever we couldn't sell.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a whirlwind.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind. And thanks to all the people who came out to see us off as well. You know, we'll post some pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had a nice little pop-up farewell in LA.
Yeah, I don't know if we can name everybody in one fell swoop because I don't want to miss anybody.
Right.
But we'll post a picture so y'all can see everybody.
Yeah, it was
that came
special.
to see us off.
It was emotional.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. But
they're happy for us.
Yeah.
Everyone I talk to, they're happy for us. They wish they could do it. They're considering us to be very brave and trailblazers. And I'm like, well, wait for the footage. We'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my people ask me why I was moving out here.
I bet.
And I like change, Sometimes you need a little change.
Especially after spending a week in New York.
Yeah, I was hesitant though, of course, a little hesitant.
A lot of hesitant.
Yeah, because my career has been entertaining, and I don't have a big following over here as of yet in regards to my music, but or as I know, let me put it that way.
As an entertainer.
Yeah, as an entertainer. But I am a filmmaker, so I will be producing films out here. So I'm looking forward to connecting.
And that's an industry they're looking to build here too.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to connecting with the local filmmakers out here as well and see what we can create and expand.
Yeah, because they have a whole division dedicated to it, right?
Yeah. But back to you, your birthday you got out here. Tell them what you did your first week when you.
Yeah, well, my first day here, I landed. The driver, Vincent, he's been great. He brought me to the house. We dropped everything off, and then immediately went out to buy groceries. After I did a walk through the house to make sure everything looked like the video, and it did. But I realized there were things we needed, and so he took me to a grocery store. I went grocery shopping, exchanged some money, and then got a local telephone number. Got an additional what they call eSIM card in my phone. So now I have a U.S. number and a Rwanda number. And then from there, yeah, we went to the open market the next day. So got to experience what that's like, and that's where all the fresh fruits and vegetables are there, and it's truly farm to table. You can smell the dirt when you walk in there, like the stuff is straight out of the ground. I sent Dana a picture of what was it, like 30 or 36? I can't remember how
No,
many
it was
eggs.
30. It was
30
30.
eggs.
And America, you're not ready for this, but here we go. 30 eggs.
$4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no
right.
bird flu or shortage here. That's for sure. And they're
Right.
straight from the hen, okay? Straight from the hen, if you know what
Yeah.
I mean. So yeah, and I learned that you're not supposed to put eggs in the refrigerator.
Really?
Yeah, they don't put them in the refrigerator. And as a matter of fact, at the open market, they're just out. They're not refrigerated.
But you have the eggs in the refrigerator.
I know. I said I don't feel comfortable doing that yet. Maybe. I bought bread that was fresh where you have to eat it within a week. I can't eat a loaf of bread in a week, but trust me, it's fresh. It comes in a brown paper bag, and it melts in your mouth. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I was taken out to dinner by a young lady named Autumn, who knows Dana from New York.
That's
back
right.
in the day.
N15 crew. What up to my N15 crew?
Yep.
Let me shout out DJ Wiz, Big Said, Uncle Ralph McDaniels, the Awesome 2, DJ Vern, and the rest of the crew. So,
And
N15.
Autumn, obviously.
Yeah, she used to come and hang out with us, but I'm talking about the crew who put the N15
Yeah.
video mix party together.
I got connected with her through a woman I connected with on YouTube who relocated to Rwanda. And she said, hey, I'm going to connect you with Autumn. She's from New York. You all may have some stuff in common. And I was like, okay, great. And she did. And come to find out, we have this guy in common.
Yeah.
So now we're family pretty much. And so, yeah, she took me out for dinner. My first night here, my first night here to this place called The Hut, which is really cool. Open air restaurant, real cool. And then the next day I went to a John Legend concert. They had the Global Citizen Move Africa concert here, and John Legend performed. So I got to go see that at the stadium, the BK Arena, where the basketball players play. Hello, everyone. I am at my very first concert in Rwanda. I'm going to see John Legend and some others. And then I got to spend time with some other expats. So there's a group here. We're all on a WhatsApp group together. I think there's probably about 70 people in that group, people from the Caribbean and America, Black Americans and Black Caribbeans who have moved here. And so they have this Pan-African group, and they share information. They share a lot of information to help us figure out how to navigate our move and to pack with bins instead of suitcases. So we did that.
And we bought a lot of stuff we don't need.
We did.
I got winter stuff that I will never use. Oh man,
Sweatshirts,
I could have bought so
sweatpants.
much other stuff other than that stuff. So.
But we'll go back and we'll swap things out in storage probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my first week. It's just getting out in the streets, going to the market, going shopping, getting stuff that we needed for the house. I was nesting while he was in New York. Trying to make sure everything was cool and copacetic by the time he got here. I hired staff, so I have someone who helps us with cooking and laundry and grocery shopping, and her name's Diana. She's really sweet. And
I got to get used to people being around all the time though. So
yes, because we have housekeeping, which is different staff, and they come.
Yeah, I'm from the projects. I was the housekeeping.
But now we gotta do those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned to embrace naps.
Yeah, me. I got here a week later. Tana left me. She couldn't wait for me, so she left. Got her here on her birthday. Didn't care about me celebrating her birthday.
That's okay.
But anyway, I got out here the first day and just chilled, took in the place.
It was a long journey.
Yeah, we walked to the store and got some coffee, I think, at Q's Coffee, I think the first day. Or was that the second day? Yeah, second day. Then we walked to the golf course, and they got a track you can walk over there. So, I like to get my walks in, like I used to do at the Rose Bowl in California. It was 3.10 miles, so this one is back and forth about 3 miles, but it took us about another mile and a half, 2 miles to walk there. And we did not walk back, though.
We took a cab.
Yeah, it was hot. It drained us.
And Rwanda is known for its hills.
Yeah.
It's called the land of 1,000 hills and 1,000,000 smiles, and there's a reason why. Everywhere there's a hill.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not Rwanda, everybody. It's
right.
Rwanda. All right.
The W is silent.
Yeah, it's just like people been killing Tanzania. It's not Tanzania. It's Tanzania. All right. So just a little education for you out there.
We're learning too.
Yeah, we're learning. And yeah, speaking of learning, I learned a few words. Muraho, that's hello. Muramunse is good morning. Uh, Marukose, Murakose. That's thank you.
Yeah.
That's the first word I learned actually, Murakose, because you got to say thank you to people. Got to be appreciative.
I was impressed because I was here for a whole week and I just used Google Translator
So yeah,
to communicate with staff.
I'm trying to do one word a day, you know what I mean? And I still ain't got it. But
I was impressed Google had their language in Google Translate.
yeah, but Rwanda is Kenya Rwanda is a beautiful language. It just that they talk fast, so you gotta get used to it.
Yeah.
And
they speak multiple languages. They speak English, they speak Kenya Rwandan, they speak French. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I think some may speak Swahili for all I
know.
know.
Yeah, Swahili. That's right. Swahili? Yeah, Swahili.
Yeah. So, what else was there? And then, as she said, she's taking naps. I'm passing out because my body hasn't adjusted yet. I'm still going to bed at 2:00 in the morning. But it's cool because we're 7 hours ahead of the East Coast and 10 hours ahead of the West Coast. So my people have been calling me about 5 p.m. their time, and it's about 1:00, 2:00 in the morning here. So,
and I'm like, don't call me that time.
Yeah.
Because I'm asleep.
But I'm up, editing, whatever I may be editing, maybe Unique Assets channel on YouTube. We got that channel. But make sure you tell people to follow us and subscribe here at Tana Says. Make sure you subscribe because we got more stories about our relocation here to Rwanda and our future travels, because we will be going to South Africa next week, and y'all don't want to miss that episode because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're going for an art and fashion festival.
Yeah, that's going to be
forward to that.
Really cool.
All the African designers are going to be there. I can't wait to see their wares. I'm probably going to buy something. I think I'll bring an empty suitcase.
Yeah, I'll get to wear one of my African outfits that I haven't worn that I bought like 3 years ago.
Exactly.
It wasn't even bought by me. Actually, Tiffany Anson, thank you very much. She gifted me these outfits from Chocolate City. It's the designer. So I'll get
in Accra, right?
Yeah, in Accra.
In Accra, Ghana.
Yeah, so I get a chance to wear a couple or maybe one of those outfits.
Get
my African prince on. But it's been a great experience.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you besides the time difference?
Just having people around. Yeah, staff. It's like
6 days a week. My first week, I was like this. Oh, this is great.
My first day, I was like that. And the next day after, I was like, why are they always going to be around?
And I'm like, yes, get used to it. He's like, I can't.
So we had to dial it back, but we're going to probably dial it back up after a while. But
I think as we get more busy, and we're more active and getting out more, I think we'll appreciate it more. Right now we're home all day, and it can feel a little intrusive. Like you said, you want your privacy. You don't want to feel like you're in a hotel. You want to feel like you're home. So we dialed it back, and you got to cook dinner. We went grocery shopping. You got that experience.
Yeah, and the food is good.
And I still was like, this is great.
Yeah, the internet was down for the first week I was here, so I got back into reading books, which was a good thing.
Great.
So I've been reading a couple of books.
We were off the grid. As
I've always been
upgrading the system.
But, books. Had some books I need to catch up on, so that's cool. I think I like reading books, so I'm reading some more books.
Great. I'm still in law school, so I'm finishing up my last year. My class now, instead of being at 6:30 p.m., it's 4:30 a.m., so that's an adjustment. My Saturday morning class that used to be at 10 a.m. is now 8 p.m. And I have 5 classes. So just like getting through that schedule. And that's another reason why I take my naps. So just like when Brandon was a baby and people said, you should take a nap when your baby takes a nap. I learned that real quick. And so I learned that real quick here. So when all my babies in the US are asleep, I'm asleep. So I take a little like 12 to 2 p.m. local time nap. So that way, by the time they wake up, we can start texting, emailing my team, and doing stuff for school, getting ready for schoolwork.
And again, I just be passing out.
You just pass out. There's no schedule for you. I have a schedule.
I just was reading the book, the next thing I know. What happened?
Yeah, but the weather's great. Can't complain about the weather. The people are warm and welcoming and friendly and accommodating, from our landlord to the staff to the driver. Like, everyone's really been helpful and helping us navigate this move and making it as smooth as possible. I do have to get used to the bugs. It is tropical, so we do have outdoor bugs that are indoors. Getting used to that. We have a lizard. Yeah, hopefully he'll find his way back out.
The lizard's not bothering anybody. Let him just run free.
He startles me.
Yeah, well, he's up in
He
the
just
ceilings.
pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's one.
Or open the door. He scurries. And it's like, ah!
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool? Okay, we're going to call him Gecko.
Gecko.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
God,
going to give him
Gecko.
a name. Oh, and the other day I was at the kitchen table in class. It was right around dawn, daybreak, I think, right? Yeah, right around daybreak. And a stray cat tried to jump through the window. I told the landlord, she said, oh, I know that cat. I said, yeah, that would have been a horrible wake-up call if I wasn't at the table and scared him away. We'd have woke up with a cat in the house.
We got a pool right over here that we haven't gotten into, but we'll show it to y'all one time.
Yes,
later
absolutely.
on. Yeah, I mean,
beautiful compound.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best things that's happened about moving is that our bills have been reduced by 2/3.
Yes,
which is phenomenal.
And that's even with staff.
Yeah,
that's even having staff.
Yeah, so I'll take it.
Yes.
I'm not spending as much money every time I go. I don't have to spend any money.
The U.S. dollar, $1 is about $1,400 there. So you'll see prices like $25,000, 25,000 francs rather. And so you do the math. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
So the grocery shopping, everything's fresh. You can't buy a bunch of it like you would do in the United States. Like you'll go shopping for a week or 2 weeks maybe. No, you're gonna shop for a few days because it's gonna start to wilt. And you got to eat it fast. So instead of buying 3 bunches of spinach, you buy 1 or 2, and you eat it within 2 days.
Oh, I cut some French fries up the other day, and what I noticed about cutting up the French fries, which they were great, is that I cut them and then I sat them out. When I do that, when I used to do that at home before, they used to turn gray. You know what I mean? I used to sit them on water; they still turn gray. I set them out for hours, then I put them in the refrigerator, no water. They turn no color. I was like, okay.
And when you fried them, they were light and airy and crispy. They were so good.
But I think it's the oil too, because the oil might not be, because we use a lot of soybean oil, and it says vegetable oil, but soybean oil. I think this is actual vegetable oil. So,
probably. The eating is a lot cleaner, healthier. The fruit, the mango melts in your mouth. It tastes like candy. Pineapples, same thing. But again, you got to eat it fast, or it goes bad fast. And how's the watermelon? Because I don't eat watermelon.
All the fruit is great. All the fruit, the pineapples, the watermelon, even the apples that are imported are good.
The cheap eggs are good.
The mangoes, cheap eggs is good. Everybody is. They use cash, but Momo is the way to go. And my man Ken got a song called "Give Me Mo, Need Momo, Give My Momo."
I really am embracing the Momo.
Yeah, the Momo.
So it's mobile money.
It's like Cash App, basically, but better, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know.
Because it's more frequently used.
Yeah, it's more frequently
You use it in the grocery store. You use it in the corner store. You use it in the gas. You use it everywhere. You use it to pay for parking.
It's like their Venmo.
You just go on your cell phone, put in a couple sequins, pay someone, they get the immediate notification. They're done.
Yeah.
So you top off. They call it top off. You top off your Momo, and they have people on the street, just in yellow vests.
And if you need to top off your Momo,
you give them cash and they put it on your phone. And I'm like, how is it safe? Well, guess what? Rwanda is listed as one of the safest countries in Africa. And that's been my experience so far. I haven't felt threatened, intimidated, scared, or anything. Even when I was here by myself, everything's locked up, of course, but we have 24-hour security guard. So someone's here all the time. We have cameras. We have barbed wire all around. It's a compound. So we have the townhome, and there's 3 other apartments here. So we have people from around the world that live here, Paris, London, and other countries. And it's a quiet area. It's very quiet.
Yeah, and
except for the rooster, he doesn't know if it's day or night.
Yeah, I've lived a few places. Houston has been one of the quietest places I've lived before, and this tops Houston, of course.
Really?
Because it's super quiet, except for when the rooster goes off, and then for some reason
the dogs.
Yeah, that's what they say. The dogs. It's like you don't know they're around until
you never see them
until nighttime, and then they want to howl.
Yeah, I've never seen
these dogs yet, though.
But you can hear them.
Yeah, I've only been here for a week.
Like gets dark, right?
But every night
it's almost like clockwork.
Yeah, they down here.
And
right
I think it's like back over this way somewhere.
Yeah, they down here.
They're in sync.
I don't know what's going on with that, but other than that, it's been good. The weather is nice. It's rained a few times, but Not
It's
heavy.
quick. It's almost
Yeah.
like Miami rain.
Right.
It
Exactly.
like cools it down, and then the wind blows, and it's just like a beautiful breeze all
I guess
day.
it's just enough to keep everything really green,
Green.
because it's green out here.
It's green
very
and lush.
green
Yeah.
and lush out here. But we've got more to share with Dana Says, Tana Says coming up. If you have any questions or you want to know anything, we'll
Yes.
try our best to answer those questions.
Ask us anything. We'll be
Yeah.
completely honest with you about what this transition is like. We want to share our journey. One of the events that I went to before you got here, it was a group of Pan-Africans, so people from America, people from the Caribbean, all Black people who relocated here at different points in times. And there was a woman who moved to Ghana first, had been there for like 20 plus years, and then moved here 5 years ago. And she said something that really resonated with me. And she said, taking this journey and moving to Africa is a sacrifice. And she said, you sacrifice friends, you sacrifice family, you sacrifice everything you know about home. Not everyone will understand that sacrifice or that journey. It's for you and you alone to understand, but it's based on a calling. And I've told people from my very first trip here 3 years ago that I feel like I left a piece of myself in Africa, and I just needed to reunite with her. And so that was an emotional moment for me when she said that, because I was like, oh my gosh, she's speaking my journey. Like, so many people don't understand why this was so important to me to do. And, even Dana, it was a challenge for him to wrap his head around too, but he's here. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, look, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to eat while I'm here.
We're going to eat well. That's how we're going to eat.
Yeah, I got to work. You got to work.
We do.
But I am going to produce films out here, just like I was doing in the U.S. So I'm looking forward to that. Haven't connected with the film community, but it's on the way. We're coming.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why it's like, I understand the sacrifice. I know everyone won't understand that journey, but that's what we want to share with you. We're going to share it with you in this space. And I encourage you to also follow us on our own individual social media pages. Like, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Spill, and Fanbase, all as Dr. Tana M. Sessions. So you can find me there. And Dana, what about you?
I'm going to try to post more. So y'all can try to check us out on IG, me on IG, Dana Day Media, DefBeat, ENT. But I'm on TikTok as well. But make sure you follow us, like I said, here on YouTube, because this is going to be the mainstay of where we post our journey.
Combined journeys.
Of relocating to Rwanda, Kigali, Rwanda. So,
and our adventures in Africa. Now we're like, the world's our oyster. Seriously. Like, in 6 hours, we could be in Dubai. In 6 hours, we could be in Turkey. In 4 hours, we'll be in South Africa in a couple.
In 30 hours,
weeks.
we can be back in the United States.
That's true. That is true. Very true. But there's so many other countries that, I look forward to visiting here that we haven't had a chance, although we visited 12. But, I want to see what Uganda is like, and Botswana, and Zambia, and Malawi, like all these different places that are so close to us now.
Right on.
Madagascar.
Yeah.
We're on the east coast of Africa. Like, there's so many other places that we can visit now.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
Dana Says, Tana Says.
We'll take you on those adventures with us.
Yeah. And tell your people, if you know some people interested in moving to Africa,
hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up. It doesn't have to be Rwanda. It can be anywhere in Africa. Africa is just a beautiful country, and they've got a lot to offer anyone who wants to embrace it.
Yeah. We're going to check out Nairobi too. It's like an hour plane ride.
Yeah, well, we've been to Nairobi twice, actually.
Yeah.
So we'll go back.
It's like going to Vegas at this point.
Yeah. We got people over there, so we'll, and you'll see a lot of, we got a show called A Way to Africa, a limited series coming. So we're going to share that with y'all as well very soon. We're putting the final touches on those episodes. So that's going to probably be on the network though. But in the meantime, in between time, Dana Says, Tana Says right here on YouTube.
All right, everyone. Looking forward to sharing our adventures. Stay tuned.
All right, full circle. Dana Says.
Tana Says.
Dana Says.
Tana Says.
Yep, you know it.
Dana Says.
Tana Says.
Yep, you know it.
Dana Says.
Tana Says.
Yep, you know it. Yep, you know it. Yep, you know it.